Hello guys, hello my purple lights, welcome to our next reading. Ooh, that was too fast. So let's do our next spinning of the wheel. What door are we opening today, December 4th? Let's look. Oh, we have school. That's interesting. So I'm gonna prepare a school reading and I see you at the reading, guys. I hope it resonates for a lot of you. So, Hyperbolites, with the school reading, I want to do a reading on how can you learn better, because a lot of times, and I don't want to take it only to school, because a lot of us are also still learning in life, right? We're learning languages, we're learning other things. So if you're studying on something or if you learn something, we're gonna do advice today on how you can learn better. How can you, how can you study in a better way? This is our reading today. So yeah, we're gonna do this. First, I'm getting the cards. So let's see what's coming out. I have really cool power cards here. This is so cool. I hardly get to use them because I'm hardly doing readings on these topics, but with the wheel, it's like so cool. So we have productivity strategy, lead a success diary. This is interesting. Let's see, how can we learn better? Give us another card, universe. This is advice now from Spirit. How can we learn better? I'm not feeling those. How can you learn better? And I hope it will resonate for a lot of you, or a lot of you can get advice on this. Okay, so this is the success cards. I hope we can use them. I also want to get, what is the key to learning better? A minute. I also have different cards. I have to still get them. So how can we learn better here? What is the advice, universe? How can we learn better? What is the advice? Okay. And I also want to get a Lenormand card. How can we learn better, universe? So we're getting two of these cards, and I think that's it. So guys, let's see. Can I come a little bit closer? So what does it say? What does the universe say? So it says, product strategy, lead a success diary. It says, with a diary in which you write down your smaller and bigger successes, you ensure a lasting motivation. This helps you to endure psychological barren periods which you never can avoid entirely. Isn't that beautiful? This is like, do a diary. Write in the diary what you accomplished, what you have accomplished by learning, your goals, like put it down on paper. It's always the best way to manifest, to write it all down, right? This is a very good idea. So how can we learn better? The artist. We have focus on finding the beauty in your day-to-day life. And we see, this is interesting. This is interesting because this is like a, how do you say that? Like an archetype. How can you learn better? The artist can be a photographer, painter, film, graphic artist, or web designer, or maybe you're learning these things, but it doesn't matter. It means be creative in how you learn. if you can't make a living with your art full-time, start part-time, just get started. And this is what I mean, you know, we can use these cards. It doesn't mean you work as an artist. It means that you should study like an artist does. So this means unconventional. This means like taking your whole learning stuff to a place where you feel comfortable. We see him here in a cafe drinking coffee. So go somewhere where you feel comfortable, maybe even where there are people around, because I see an artist always in like a cafe sitting there drinking his coffee and then working on his studying. So whatever you have to study, go somewhere where maybe it's quiet, like in the library. But if you can learn with people, a lot of students can learn when there are people around, yeah, and they can zoom out. So it's like be a little bit creative with where you learn. I see here the place is important with the artist. It's not about the timing that much, and it's also that you start, because sometimes artists are people, you know, you need inspiration, you need something in order to learn. You're not a person here that you know, if you have a schedule and you write down from 3 to 5 learning, you're never going to do that, because you distract yourself with other things. And this I see here, no distraction, and maybe do it in different times when you feel comfortable. For example, also in the evening with putting a candle there, make yourself comfortable. You know, go to a cafe, put your earphones in and learn that there, or go to a library, go to the university, go in your favorite room, you know, and just put candles all over, make yourself comfortable with your learning stuff. I feel here the more you feel inspired, the more maybe even create a nice atmosphere with light. The more you get inspired, the more it works. So what is the key? Oh my gosh, yes, look at this. We have the home, the 4 of Wands. See, you always have the feeling that when you begin learning, and this is always what happens when we do something that we don't want to do. And this is like you get distracted by other things. It's like at this moment you're thinking, oh my gosh, you know, everyone else has a beautiful time. They're inside their houses, they're celebrating, or you're asking yourself every time when you sit down and you try to start to work on yourself and to study, you're always thinking, oh my gosh, you know, what are my parents doing? What is my siblings doing? You know, you're always, or what are my friends doing? And then you go to your phone again. So I really feel here the artist makes time for learning, and the artist but has no fixed schedule. This means I learn when I want to. I don't have a learning schedule from 8 to 5 or something like a job, a regular. This is poison for the artist. The artist needs inspiration. The artist learns when he wants. And if he wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning and he wants to study there, the artist studies there. This is your plan, guys. You can learn better when you feel cozy, you feel at home. Maybe even at home you can study the best in your room, maybe in the living room, maybe in your room with the lighting on, feeling comfortable, feeling cozy. That's the key here. Okay, what else we're having? We're having prudence. You are careful in your... Can you read it? I want to show you. Okay. Oh, we have a turtle. This is so cool. You are careful in your choices. You don't take unnecessary risks, and you are thoughtful. You don't do or say something which you might regret later. You are discreet. So you like it quiet, guys. For me, this tells me that you know, when you are surrounded by people, maybe a cafe would not be a good choice, but maybe something with a cafe, maybe at a quiet, you know, when we're talking about a cafe, maybe a cafe in like a quiet area in your town where not many people are around, but you're not someone that can like learn to fix times in the library. I don't think you are the type of person, and I would not suggest for you to do this. Learn when you want to and learn when you have time. You can be anxious and you can overly worry about all kinds of things. This is your overthinking. This comes in, you know, this always kicks in when you do things, especially in learning, when we do things we don't want to do, and then overthinking is coming and then it distracts you. You can't act without thinking. You can take too many risks or end up being thrill seeking. So you're not patient, you're a person like an artist. If you have reached a point, like you have, for example, let's say you're sitting down, you want to learn, and you learn like for half an hour and then you're done. You have to get up, you have to do something else. Do it, don't force yourself here. The key for you guys, whoever resonates with this pile, is if you study something, don't force yourself. If you feel after 1 hour it's done, it's done. But then, be true to yourself, be honest with yourself, and try to learn more than on another day. Because if you always, of course, if you always say, oh no, it's not functioning, oh no, it's not functioning, then it's not functioning, right? So it's important for you to, to have the inspiration, but you also know yourself, and you can stop yourself when you realize, okay, if I learn another half an hour, it's not working, I don't get anything in my mind, then you should stop and really distract yourself, and study later again when you have inspiration again. Okay, what else it's saying? We have higher graduation, so you could have a higher graduation, or this tells me like studying like a student, like studies like someone that goes to university. And this means that, students that go to university, they always study at night, a lot of them at night, in the evening, like at times when you are, sometimes others are asleep, or, at the weekends, or, students also meet together. But I feel you're someone that needs to study alone, because I don't see you in a group here. And we have fulfillment. Yeah, you need to feel happy, guys. For you to study better, it's important you feel fulfilled in that moment. You feel what you're doing right now like an artist. When an artist begins to work, like when I do my readings here and I start working, it's done. I'm working because I'm so immersed in my art. It's like I love it. I could give readings here like for probably the whole day if I could. And I didn't have another job, and I could finance myself through my readings. That would be the most beautiful thing. If that is possible, then I would work all day. I mean, I'm working all day in my other job as well, but if you are immersed in your art, you're immersed in your art, and that's the key here. The key is be immersed in your studying. Okay. How beautiful. So this is all what I'm having, guys. I hope that you really could use this advice today on the December 5th reading. I hope you had fun here, and I see you again. Bye.